his impact was felt around the world. I saw a lot of celebs posting like their RIP pictures, and everybody was affected. But Bill Maher can go ahead and suck a dick
from the back,
since he want to go ahead and defame this man's name and shit while he's while he just passed. What the fuck does this bitch ass nigga say, man?
Bill Mahers working my fucking nerve, man.
He said on his show, and I quote, "The guy who created Spider-Man and the Hulk has died in America is a mourning, deep, deep mourning for a man who inspired millions to, I don't know, watch a movie, I guess." Nigga, suck my dick, yo.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then he just goes on to say that he doesn't read comic books and there's a dumb fucking culture, and if you want to hear the quote or see it, you can look it up, but just the fact that you don't have this impact on people, or you got your little niche group of white people that you talk to every week on your show, is like, yo, you can't denounce this man's like impact on the world just because you don't like his comic book movies or you don't like what he does. Like, you don't think that's a job for an adult.
Well, no, yeah, that's the thing. He just doesn't get it, and I think the gist of his quote was sort of like, comic books are for kids. And I guess he basically said something to the effect of like, Stan Lee made a nation of adults not give up childish things, basically, to a certain extent.
One
he just doesn't get it.
One thing I never got, we act like every cartoon animation that we seen was made by kids. These are all adults making these things and thinking of these ideas and putting them on paper and making them move and shake and talk and shit like that.
I don't know what it is about America, or maybe not just America, but whenever something is like drawn, for whatever reason, it seems to
automatically makes it childish.
Yeah, it makes it for kids, but
it's not.
Art is not, like, people draw art. Like, and then now, what makes that different than a comic book? Like, why is a comic book not art?
Literally seen niggas splash paint on something color art.
I know, right?
Just
because Picasso, nigga.
Yeah.
Like the same thing, like with people like anime, like you can. There's stuff you can use. It's just a way to tell stories. It's a medium. It is just so you can make stories that are for children in this medium. You can also make stories that are for adults. There's a lot of comic books that I wouldn't recommend showing your 6-year-old. There's a lot of anime, like, just as a bigger topic. There's a lot of anime I wouldn't recommend showing your 6-year-old children. Like, just because it's animated doesn't mean it's childish.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's just a medium. It's like writing. It's a book. It's like a book. But instead of just writing it all out, I put pictures in there and there's dialogue. Like, it's just a book.
I think some people are mad because they can't do shit like that. Like, you kind of lost your imagination, so you can't do certain shit like that. You can't live out your dreams, so you just taking it out on the world. Like, you get mad at a nigga that draws. Like, how can you get mad at art and then the world loving it? Like, people have made some of the best shit just by thinking it, having a hand move, art.
Done.
I would have respected what he said if he wasn't if he didn't say that he was ignorant to the shit. Now I'm like, okay, now you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Because you don't know anything about it.
Comic books in like the 40s is completely different to what it is now. Like, have you read the Venom shit? Yo, I read that Venom shit. This motherfucker gouged the motherfucker eyes out.
The first
book. Yeah. The first book. That shit is not for kids. Shit. I mean, you can even talk about Rocko's Modern Life. You remember that episode when like the credit agency was taking the shit back and they made it seem like it was a monster?
Yeah.
That's some grown up shit, nigga.
Yeah. Dog, real life shit in cartoon form, yo. It's all about, now this shit makes sense. Like, a lot of them cartoons make sense now.
But how old is Bill Maher? I think feeds into it a little bit.
He got to be in like his 60s, early 70s.
So I just think he's just old, and so he's like an old person from before. And he just doesn't get it. Like, he's just ignorant, and that's really what it is. He doesn't understand. To him, and growing up, comic books are for kids. It's only for kids. Like, cartoons are for kids. Video games are for kids. Like, that kind of stuff that's only for kids. Like, only kids play that stuff, and they don't understand that, no, this is just a medium. This is a way to tell a story, and we just choose to draw it on a piece of paper and make characters like that. But that's what people are drawn to, the stories of these characters. That's why these white people get so mad when you change stuff, because it's like, this is I grew up on this story. No, but I'm just saying this is. It's about the stories. For
this is like where the ignorance like starts.
It's not just for kids. It's not a dismissive thing. Like, if you took the time to sit down, I could show you something that's like an award-winning comic book that has probably like one of the best stories you've ever seen, read, or whatever. So just because it's not a movie or something doesn't make it worse or better. It's just a way to tell a story.
I think if you don't like superheroes or anything that has to do with superpower, you're a psychopath. Like it's no way in hell you don't enjoy a good storyline or like something with like a good plot. Yeah. We all enjoy movies, we all watch movies, but that's also fiction. Most of it is fiction. It goes from a thought to a piece of paper to somebody writes it, types it, and then they make up characters. They just happen to draw their characters that they make up.
Yeah, and not all comic books are superhero books.
Yes, they're not
superhero books. Really nice.
There's a lot of comic books that have nothing to do with superheroes that are great works of art. Like, so don't be dismissive of the whole medium just because you don't understand. I think like that's stupid. That's not. Like, if you don't understand, say that, like, oh, I don't get it. People like this. To me, I think comic books for kids. Or, I mean, he could have worded it different. I guess maybe if he worded it differently.
I mean, I get it with Bill Maher. You got to make the joke to your audience that's probably not as privy to, like, the comic book thing. They probably feel the same way as you because they're in the audience and they're watching your show. So they probably feel the exact same way you do. But just that willful ignorance and then to disrespect this man knowing what he's done and his impact on the world, and he just died.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't, like, the body wasn't even cold yet. Like, you just,
like, God damn,
you already talking shit. Like, God damn, man.
They ain't even put the bombing fluid in yet.
Yeah, like, relax, my nigga. Like, just get your jokes off another day, another week. But, you know, he's not, it's not the first time he's made a tasteless joke.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really bang with Bill Maher like that. He got a couple funny, like, lines and punchlines. And I don't even think he wrote that shit type of thing. Like you got writers and a whole staff just, you know, looking for like, oh, what's the big thing in the news? Oh, Stan Lee died. The world's in mourning. Like, this nigga drew pictures. Nah, he did a lot more than that, my nigga. Like, he did way more than you gonna ever do. Like,
bars.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if niggas is talking about Bill Maher in like Russia and China. I don't know if he got a movie coming out that has done $1 billion with a character he created.
Is the whole world gonna mourn when you die?
Hell no.
We're gonna end it on that. We gonna end it on that. Picks.
Watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That shit is funny. I like that show.
Yeah, I just got into that show. That show was kind of good.
Yeah.
Bobby, what's your pick?
Family Matters, just because I've been rewatching it.
Yo,
and it's a lot funnier than I thought it was when I watched it back in the day. You watch that shit now, that shit is fucking hilarious.
God damn.
Go back.
Yeah, Family Matters. Like, I've pretty much seen all the
on Hulu, B.
I've pretty much seen all the Family Matters episodes, and I don't want to see them again.
Yo, you'd be surprised how funny that shit is. When you, it's just a thing of like, let me go back and see like what the shit was like. You watch that shit again, it's like, yo, this shit was by far one of the most funniest sitcoms ever. Like,
hey, it was super successful for a long time.
Yo, when Carl used to get mad, that shit was kind of funny.
He was like, Steve, did I do that?
But still, like, Martin is like, that's still like my go-to when it's like time to watch some old shit.
Oh, like, hell yeah. When I was beating up that rat.
No, ain't no damn puppy. Yo, Martin got quotables, man. Like, right. That shit crazy. But
pick up the pizza.
Goddamn. But my pick is on Netflix. This John Leguizamo's Latin History for Morons.
I gotta watch that.
I seen it. I was like, should I watch this?
That shit.
Yeah, funny.
White people are the devil.
Oh yeah, no, we knew that, but
no, like unequivocally reigning champ, the devil.
I don't even think they had any competition. They like,
yo, because they killed them all. Any competition they had, they fucking killed. With fucking germ warfare and all types of.
Yeah, you see a lot of that in Red Dead. Watch,
dog. Oh,
you see that?
I don't like shit. Like, when I'm being entertained, I don't like to learn shit. I was thoroughly entertained with learning this shit. Like, I like to keep my learning and my entertainment separate. But when I watch this shit, nigga, the shit that I was learning and like the times I had to rewind, I was like, yo, you know that fucking Weebay meme?
Oh, we go.
I was like, oh, like, shit. Them niggas wiped out the Incas, B. Yo, the Aztecs was thriving. We was chilling.
Aztecs was living. Aztecs had a whole
until you motherfuckers came and then he just broke down like the history of like the Puerto Ricans, like the genealogy, like, yo,
oh hell yeah,
the Taino, like, yo, y'all niggas is like 35% black, this Taino, and then like this smidge of the white because, you know, they raped y'all and stuff, you know. But shout out to Spanish people.
Yeah, so claim your nigga side.
Yeah, but they don't. They will. They gonna learn.
Afro-Latino.
They gonna learn.
Yeah.
But is that it? Anything else before we wrap up?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, 3 Ninjas Podcast on Instagram, 3 Ninjas Podcast on Twitter, 3 Ninjas Podcast at gmail.com for any comments, questions, or concerns. You can reach us there for anything. Please support our Patreon so we can keep putting out content and pay for some of the shit that we do.
True.
iTunes, subscribe,
review.
You should have just kept it like that. Subscribe.
Yeah, nigga.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, nigga. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, rate, review. Please give us stars. It helps with the algorithms with shit.
Yeah, comment on the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, comment on
that,
the YouTube. Shout out to that video that
That
we
just
got
blew
by
up.
accident.
Yo, for no reason.
Yo, niggas got 1,000 and I think it's at 1,400 right
it's
now,
like
just off of some
15
shit.
now, I
Yeah,
think.
shout out to Bobby for doing that shit and naming it what he named it. For that nigga doing numbers. So I think that's it. Any other streaming platform, just subscribe and like and comment and tell a friend to tell a friend and shit.
Factory.
How many more episodes we got this year? What the fuck?
You
is
tell
it?
me.
Like 2?
Yeah, probably
It's
2.
probably going to run out to be about 2 or something like that.
Let's see.
Because we already in.
Oh, 23. Michael Jordan.
1, 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we do the 23 on the 23rd.
23. We named it Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that could be the Jordan episode.
Michael Jordan.
Which one is this? This is the 21 episode?
Yeah,
Yep.
21st.
Ah, we legal.
Oh, I can finally drink.
No, nigga, you can't.
Oh,
we gonna talk.
What?
No, we gonna talk about.
I can't drink no more?
I ain't do that. You a grown ass man. I'm telling your mom though.
Don't be telling on me, nigga.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, mom. So Ninja Vanish. I'm not talking about nobody mom no more. We out of here.